If you wouldn't want your kids to beat themselves up like you do, to have the self-talk that you do, or to waste their energy on unnecessary guilt, then don't speak that way to their dad. Don't treat him like that, and model the behavior that you want for them. You will fail repeatedly. Of course you will. So the difference is really how you react to that failure, how you interpret that failure, and how you move on from it. Hey, just 2 quick notes before we jump into today's episode. First of all, I'm still sick, so apologies that you have to listen to this. And secondly, if you have not listened to the first episode of this podcast, the welcome episode, or the Whack the Kraken episode, I highly recommend listening to those, as the intro that follows I will seem about 37% less crazy if you've heard at least one of those 2 episodes. That's it. Let's jump into it. Hey you, I'm Mark, husband of 1, father of 3, maker of puns, climber of trees, grower of businesses, pitcher of tents, occasional cutter of cheese, word nerd, and lover of families. Oh no. Oh no, not yet. No. Oh, here he comes. Where's my oar? Showed that Kraken who's boss. At least until like 2 p.m. this afternoon. I think I'll be due for another attack by then. Let's jump into it. Hey, welcome to all of you bandits and chilies. This episode is called Be Nice to Your Kid's Dad. In between raising a family and running your business and all of your virtues and vices, there's so much competing for your attention. I was originally going to call this episode Haven't You Done That Yet? And it was going to have all of the same points and context, but then by the time I finished, I felt that I needed to rename it. But that question, haven't you done that yet, really informs this episode. So I've been thinking about 2 things that Joshua Latimer frequently repeats. The first is, we need to be reminded more than we need to be told. And the second is that the word need is a very scarcity-based, negatively charged way to speak to ourselves. So let's break these 2 down really quickly, and along the way, see how that applies to the question, haven't you done that yet? Firstly, you. Yeah, you. You probably know what would solve the problem that you currently have. You probably know what the next domino is, and you probably know that not taking that specific action sooner than later is going to make things harder for you. But sometimes we're tricky like that, and we pretend to not know stuff. So you might look for the answers to problems that you could already solve. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe there's a better way of doing it than what you would do, but often this can become a form of procrastination. So we might require a reminder of the thing that we know. We don't need to be taught anything new or earth-shattering. We don't need to be told a 3-step plan or a 5-piece framework. We just require a reminder that we are actually already capable of doing the thing. So, you, listening to this, what is your current hurdle? What's the worm in your apple right now? If someone came up to you and had that exact same problem and said, I just don't know what to do, can you help me? What would you say? You probably have a very competent, qualified answer. Now, the other point about the word need being a term of lack, that's interesting because in writing the above section, I was aiming to be careful not to include the word need in a positive context, as it would, sit out of place with this point. It still snuck in there twice, and then I changed it in those places with the word require. This just speaks to how common of a word that need is, and this can be especially so in our self-talk. So for example, you could listen to the previous point and think, yeah, I know that I need to make that next hire. Perhaps that's true, but it's viewed through a very negative lens. It's saying, I need to do that thing. I haven't done it yet because I'm such an irresponsible, unworthy business owner. I'll just go and sit myself in the naughty corner for 10 minutes and then get right on it. If you think about your energy as a resource, which it is, this is a total waste. A pointless discharge of energy towards negativity, shame, guilt, and whatever else that does not actually serve you in moving forward and addressing the issue. So, coming back to the question, haven't you done that yet? I want this episode to be 2 things. I want it to serve as a reminder, a sign, a perhaps overdue alarm on something that sparks you to identify and knock over that next domino. At the same time, I don't want you to waste any energy that you could be spending productively in your life, building your business, playing with your kids, lifting heavy things, or putting band-aids on the knees of soft little things. Waste none of that energy in the self-flagellation, shame, guilt, or naughty corner of not having done the thing yet. It's fine. Just do the thing. Get it done. Be happy about having it done and move on. If you wouldn't want your kids to beat themselves up like you do, to have the self-talk that you do, or to waste their energy on unnecessary guilt, then don't speak that way to their dad. Don't treat him like that, and model the behaviour that you want for them. You will fail repeatedly. Of course you will. So the difference is really how you react to that failure, how you interpret that failure, and how you move on from it. So as a challenge for today's episode, identify the next domino and take the next step in knocking it over. Maybe that is just doing some planning. Maybe it's scheduling some time aside to do the things that need to be done. Whatever. Just look at that thing that you've been putting off. Look it in the eye and say, no more. We're not doing this. I'm coming for you. Go get it and go feel good about getting it. Now, dad joke for the day, keeping the theme. My negative self-talk and I had a meeting and we agreed that it's all my fault. That's it. Have an awesome day. Make someone else's day awesome. Hug and kiss the people that you should hug and kiss, and be nice to your kid's dad. Catch ya. Bye. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? Are you sniffing what I'm stepping in? If you're looking for a really valuable community centered around building your business, being really intentional with your spouse and kids, and if you think you can tolerate my terrible dad jokes, then join Family-Oriented Business Growers. It's awesome. There's self-paced challenges designed to help you solve key pain points within your business in short, intentional sprints. There's awesome people in there doing awesome things who have experience with stuff that can help you, having stood where you stand. You'll benefit from what's in there, we'll benefit from having you in there, you legend you, and best of all, it's totally free and also free of toxic shenanigans because we don't tolerate none of that. The mission of the group is to help 250 family-oriented home service business owners reclaim 5 hours per week for what matters most whilst growing their business this year. So jump in there and get amongst it. Join via warplan.au, that's warplan.au. Oh no. He's early. Warplan.au. Catch you in there.